Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Reaction Therapy here with Big Clay. And on this week's episode, we're going to tune into the evolution of censorship on TV. Go down in the comment section below, leave a comment, let me know that you were here, let me know that you stopped by, let me know that you also subscribe. Smash that like button. If you want to check out this original video, go down in the description below. Go ahead and get this video started now.
There are all kinds of programs available on TV nowadays. But how did we get to the programming we have today? For example, once upon a time, women weren't allowed to show their navels on television, but now we may see partial to full nudity. How did that happen? Well, here's the evolution of censorship on TV. Cartoon propaganda. Prior to the bombing of Pearl Harbor, animation was seen as a form of childish entertainment. But following the attack, animators saw another possibility. Bugs Bunny, the Looney Tunes, Donald Duck, Betty Boop, and other cartoon characters were used in the creation of propaganda messages against Germany and Japan. Cartoons like The Ductators, Educations for Death, and Commando Duck, Donald Duck vs. the Japanese aired during the 1940s in the UK and North America that sent anti-German and Japan content that would never be approved today. There were several different forms as well, training and education for troops, and straight-up propaganda and morale boosters for the general public. Inappropriate content. When Tweety Bird first made his appearance in the 1940s, he was drawn without feathers. He needed to be redrawn as the yellow-feathered bird we now know today, as the Censorship Bureau felt that a plucked bird was inappropriate as it was too naked. Similar concerns were faced in the 1950s when one of the characters on I Love Lucy becomes pregnant. But the Censorship Bureau felt the word pregnant was too fraught with sin and decided that expecting with child or, get this, knocked up were more appropriate alternatives. Today, we've changed our definition of inappropriate, but there are still some pretty questionable characters out there in TV land. Adult jokes hidden in children's programming, for example. First kiss. While I Love Lucy had multiple instances of Lucy kissing her Hispanic husband in the 1950s, it wasn't until the 1968 kiss between Captain Kirk and Lieutenant Uhura that television had its first interracial kiss on American television. This is sometimes disputed since the actors' lips never actually make contact, and the scene in question only gives the illusion of a kiss. Even the actors can't seem to agree, as William Shatner, who played Kirk, claimed their lips never touched, but Nichelle Nichols, who played Uhura, claimed the kiss was very real. Whether real or not, their implied kiss paved the way for other television shows to push the envelope with their characters. Viewer discretion is advised. It's hard to imagine that once upon a time we censored Elvis Presley's 1956 performance on The Ed Sullivan Show because his gyrating hips were too suggestive, and yet we have programs like Game of Thrones with extreme sexual content. Due to this change, many television programs, especially those that air during the day, will display a message when the program begins and after commercials. These warnings may include strong language, violence, nudity, sexual content, and even advise an appropriate age range for the program. This helps viewers decide whether the program is appropriate for them or their children before seeing something untoward. Bleep this! What's considered appropriate in one country may be censored in another. For example, in France, nudity is not considered scandalous on TV, so it's allowed and they don't censor it. In America, where full nudity on TV is considered inappropriate, it will either be blurred or filmed in a way that implies nudity but doesn't actually show it. The same is done with curse words. Whenever someone curses in an episode of a reality TV show, for example, the speaker's mouth is often blurred in some way and replaces the word. The same show broadcasted elsewhere may not do this, as curse words are less vulgar there. Time delay. We all remember the wardrobe malfunction Janet Jackson experienced while performing live at the 2004 Super Bowl 38 with Justin Timberlake. During the Houston, Texas halftime show, Janet Jackson's breast was accidentally exposed on air for about half a second. She was wearing a nipple shield, but it caused a lot of controversy. While many believe the event may have been pre-planned as a publicity stunt, it did cause enough of a fuss for broadcasters to add an extended delay to all live feeds. So while we're talking about modern filth and television, why don't you tell us what some of your more favorite scandalous moments are down in the comments below. While you're here, go back over to The Richest and check out the videos and articles we have available for you, and please, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, and bye-bye.
Alright guys, that was the end of that video right there. Make sure y'all can go down in the description below and check out the original video for that. And also subscribe to their channel, The Riches. As soon as you go down in the description and hit the link, it will take you to their video and you can subscribe from that way, from their channel. If you have a comment about this video, leave it down in the comment section below. Let me know you stopped by. I appreciate every single one of y'all stopping by and watching these videos.
I don't mind.
Smash that like button. Subscribe for more videos. Until next time, this is Reaction Therapy with Big Clay, and I am out. Hey, peace.